Okay, we're here with the coach of the hosts. Coach, some comments after the first half. You're winning 26-7. Seems good.
I mean, of course, for me, depending on the preparation that we have this week, I would expect a little bit more. But to be honest, it's good to see the guys show they can be explosive, like last week. And now it just comes down to us finishing the game. I mean, offensively, we showed up. Defensively, it took us a little bit of time to click, but we're rolling a little bit. Now it's just taking those things onto the second half, finish out the game. That's football, right? 4 quarters.
Of course. We noticed some problems with Pats with kicking for the additional points. Yeah. What's going on there?
I mean, it's just one of those days. Our kicker's not having a good day today, so we got to go for 2 now. It happens. I mean, to be honest, I would prefer not to have that issue and start thinking, okay, how is it going to come down to a situation like that? And it's like, you know what? We might as well start going for 2 at this point.
Well, they say 2 are better than 1, so I hope we're going to catch as many 2s additional as possible.
Mathematically, yeah, 2 is better than 1. I would say that, yeah.
All right, Coach. So thank you very much and good luck in the second half. So we're after the first half. You're winning, quite comfortable win. And tell me, how do you feel the opponents? Any comment about the first half of the game?
Right now, I mean, we still have a whole other half to play. So right now, we're not even thinking too far ahead. We're not getting excited. We got to stay locked in, keep playing. We got to keep the quarterback contained. I don't know if anybody saw it, but they called out our entire defense before the game. So our defense takes that personal, and we're trying to rise to the occasion.
That's really cool. You guys are doing very well. The people are at the stadium, so I wish you everything good in the second half. Right. All right, sir. So you won the game. However, the second half was totally different than the first. So what happened, and what are your comments on the game?
I think it's still early in the season, so we're still trying to figure ourselves out as a team and as an offense. And I think we got a little bit too comfortable with how it was going in the first half. And credit to them, they made really good halftime adjustments, and they came out and moved some stuff around and made it a lot harder for us to do what we wanted. Luckily our defense came out and made some big plays, and the defense came out and made a huge turnover on the punt. So. No, it was definitely a team win today. Everybody helped equally. It was a lot tougher than we expected it to be, even though we do have – we preach it all the time. We always try to have respect for the opponent no matter who it is. Sure. But, we're gonna have to – give a little bit more respect next time, because we almost came out and blew it, but luckily we were able to get the win.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a Sunday walk as in Łódź, right? So it wasn't so easy, but we're very happy that we saw a good score on the board. So we're waiting for the next game. Next game is also home. Any thoughts about the next game already?
No, not yet. Me personally, I like to take it 1 week at a time. I don't even like to think about that, and I believe the team is probably on the same page with me about that. Right now, we're gonna soak in the first home win of the season, and then we have a bye week next week. We're gonna go ahead and start getting prepared, and then here in 2 weeks, we're gonna focus on the Mets.
Perfect. 2 wins so far, so congratulations, and I hope that this is going to continue. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Okay, we're with the coach of the guests, Tychy Falcons. Coach, the first half you were quite dominated by Seahawks, but the second half was definitely the rebirth, and it looked very nice. What are your comments after the whole game?
We had really big problems with the penalties that prolonged the Seahawks drive. Sometimes we gave them yards for free, so definitely we have to be more disciplined and just not let the opponents get easy 10, 15-yard line and stupid penalties. Mm-hmm. And then we need to show up all 3 formations, so offense, defense, and special teams, because we really, you could say, lost the game on big plays and special teams. The first kickoff return, the muffed punt, and the penalty on the onside kick. Who knows? We recovered the onside kick. Who knows what could have happened? So, those are painful mistakes, but I really liked how the team held together and really challenged the Seahawks at the end, at the second half. So,
yeah, it was a very nice, very leveled game. You definitely gave the fans a lot of emotions on both sides, and the second half was definitely great in your case. So we're looking forward to meeting you again, Coach, and thank you very much. Okay, Coach. So the second half, totally different picture of the game. At least that's what was visible, right?
Yeah, indeed so. I mean, the biggest thing you kind of notice, at least offensively, it's kind of like we hit a curb on the road. You know, we kind of slowed down, and that was the biggest thing I want to see. Could we come out in the second half, you know, not explosively per se, but at least keep our foot on the gas pedal, keep the train moving forward. You know, and you kind of notice us. It didn't really start off like that. Yeah.
It seemed like Tychy had a really good talk in the motivation talk in the cloakroom, because they went like totally different team. Fortunately, we had this good finish of the game. What helped us to change this second half?
I mean, it was also more in terms of certain players, you know, let's say picking up the slack and trying to make big plays, because that's the biggest thing I've been harping on the team. I'm like, you know what, it may not be our ballers, our stars that make plays. Sometimes it may be someone else. So the big thing is to emphasize the next man up mentality. It doesn't matter if you're, you know, a 6-year starter, this is your first year, maybe your first game, per se. I mean, I had, you know, you saw the Pomeranian package with Darek and Arik. I mean, I had to resort to them just because at the end of the day, it was like, can we get the ball moving? Because you kind of notice us, you know, we weren't able to move the ball second half. So I was like, all right, who can we put in that will put their foot in the ground and try to get us some yardage? And it was just, that was basically, at the end of the day, that was the factor. It was like, who can we put in that will, you know, pick up? And then you notice, you know, there were some crucial mistakes, technical mistakes, where then it dictated, you know, the scoreboard a little bit. I mean, as a coach, you kind of tend to notice football is that way a lot of times. It could be in a situation where you are to the point of possibly blowing out a team, and then you're sitting there, you're like, okay, it's now a score difference. And you got to put, you know, your hands team on the field, which is, you try to avoid situations like that. But, I mean, it happened. And to be honest, I would rather have that happen now, game 2, so we kind of know what it's like to have that feeling. And guys understand, okay, next time you got to pick it up. And if it does happen, well, we're ready for it.
Yeah, exactly. That was game 2, so you are after the game in Łódź, which was kind of like Sunday walk, and today totally different game, more problems, more maybe not troubles, but it was definitely a bigger challenge. So, any lessons? What would you like to change before the next game?
I mean, to be honest, minimizing mistakes, big plays, especially on defense. I mean, it's not like their offense came out here and just moved the ball consistently down the field. It was just big play factor. I mean, to be honest, overall, we were able to contain their quarterback, Mr. Kiki Ray, a little bit for the most part compared to what, let's say, happened in Warsaw. Offensively, it's can we also continue this big play factor? Because we had it first half. And then second half, it was like you would see it, to be honest, at least for the stands, hopefully. I mean, from my side, I saw it. You know, you'd see 1 or 2 big plays, and then it would end a drive on a mistake. You know, we would sputter. When at the end of the day, you know, we should be able to execute. So that's the thing. At the end of the day, you know, can we come out second half in the next game, let's say against Warsaw, and play 4 quarters?
So the next game is also home. The fans are definitely going to be here. As you saw today, the crowd is always cheering you guys. So, well, good luck with the next home game. And we're going to see here in 2 weeks, right? In 2 weeks. All right. So good luck with preparations, and see you here in 2 weeks.